Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Raj Informatica has been, good morning to all of you. Raj Informatica has been into training the students into various job-oriented courses. Raj started this, basically the Informatica training, and now he has upgraded into various cloud technologies. There are a lot of courses, like Snowflake, AWS Developer, and full stack Python course. There are Tableau. There are different kinds of job oriented courses that are being offered by Raj Informatica. You can also go through the YouTube link. There are a lot of freely available information also in YouTube, Raj Informatica. Raj Informatica. Okay. So this is his channel. So there are a lot of sessions that are predefined. The information is available for you. There are some of the useful content is also available for it. Please do subscribe for this Raj Informatica channel, and any updates or any new course that is being launched will be made available to you. Okay, so we'll quickly with that brief background, I will just quickly go ahead with this Python AI course, Python for AI. So this course, we started off, this is the second batch we will be starting on this Thursday. So we have successfully completed one batch, and there were a number of participants. The basic brief background we expect is that you need to have interest in learning the Python, and it's not very much required that nowadays that you would be requiring to have a coding skills. That's what I also tell in the course. And apart from that, across the world nowadays, the coders, I don't see a future. Coders will have very limited future, because nowadays, because of generative AI like ChatGPT, you can generate your codes. So actually, the syntax wise, you need to know some amount of basics, but actual codes can be generated with ChatGPT. So this course has been designed with the mind that within the scope is that we will take up some basics, then we'll go ahead and start working on real time some projects based on the some free resources, the data that is available, and we will try to build two projects. It's more that we would cover the basics, then we can give directly on the project oriented skills, rather than uh, trying to only teach the basics, trying to make more about simply learning the course. No, we are more focused towards how you can build the real-time projects with the help of ChatGPT. That is the course that we are trying to offer. Okay, so just to brief background about me, I am Dr.K.Sudheendra Rao. So I did my PhD from IIT Kanpur. I'm also a certified data scientist. I do have a lot of relevant professional experience. I have extensive experience in data acquisition and analysis softwares. This we I have also developed and sold these technical softwares, for different clients, and I have also experience in terms of training over 3,000 students in robotics, drones, AI, and ML. And I have also helped the students to participate in national award, which has led them to win the national awards also in through our training program. So this was done as a founder and director of Electronics Tech Private Limited. I'm also running my own company. This is more onto electronics segment, and I am passionate about innovating in the field of technology and education, and more inclined towards empowering the next generation of tech professionals through hands-on training and real-time projects. That's the way I have been working on in my own company, and that's the where I was also discussing with Raj. He's my old friend, and I earlier, whatever the codes that I used to write, it used to take 6 months, for making the proper logic, coding, everything, testing, debug. But thanks to ChatGPT, you can generate your codes and quickly debug, and the same 6 months. For me, the developmental time has come down to maybe 10 to 15 days. That's how the kind of time saving that can be with the help of generative AI. So this course we have designed based on the progress, so that anybody who wants to come into Python, now it's not that very bottleneck. Knowing the syntax and coding is it doesn't become the bottleneck. Rather, your appetite for understanding the logic and more about how much I'm sorry, how much efforts you have been able to put in, how much you can think on the projects, and the problems that the companies are facing, and how much nicely you can solve those problems with your code. That's what is going to be the future. So that is the context in which this course has been floated. Okay, so the only prerequisite that we think about this course is that you would be having interest in learning the Python, and you have to spend a substantial amount of time, and the course wise we will do the full hand holding in terms of basic syntax and solving the two projects. But yeah, you have to spend your time in terms of other projects taking up and doing it independently, couple of other projects where you can do a lot of learning. So this course is basically 30 plus hours of interactive live sessions. So we will be having a weekly 4 sessions: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And we are going to do two hands-on projects based on six selected domains. We will be floating those six projects to the participants based on the choice that the user is all the maximum registered participants are going to make. We are going to select two of the projects. That is the way that we have designed this course. So it is, we will be covering comprehensive curriculum with the help of whatever is required in terms of okay, they're taking it. Okay, so we'll be having a comprehensive curriculum covering the key topics, and we will also be offering personalized support. I have been doing this for with all the participants. You can have whatever the practice that you are doing. If you are facing any issues, you can contact me or our support team, and we will do one-to-one support also in that extent. If you are facing not able to solve whatever the problems that you are coming in, I can take any desk and access on your PC and try to figure out what is the. It all depends on your requirement. Mostly on we would be ready to help you, and if you are interested, we can help you in learning this course. So we you will also have flexible learning, as some of you might be working, or some of the things are going on. So on some days, if it is not possible, the recorded sessions will be made available for you, and you can use them. Okay. Yeah, so we can you will be able to use it for your learning as per your convenience. And of course, live sessions will be there from Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. All the recorded sessions, along with all the relevant, the presentations and the notebooks, relevant notebooks, everything will be provided to you. So you can practice it and learn more from through your practice. Okay, so that's the basic course about that. So in today's session, since all of you have joined, I don't want your time to be wasted. just not it's not about our course. It's about, since all of you are spending some time and I'm also spending my time, all of us should get at least at the end of the today's session at least something somewhere to start off. That is the basic premises in which I will be taking today's session. So basically, I would like to make you familiarize with the Python with some basic coding environment, etc. We will be able to help you in setting up the environment today, and you can do some level of basic coding. That is the thing. Okay, so I'll be introducing you to Python, and I will also help you to set up the environment. How you can set up, you can start programming with Python, and we'll also be doing some Python basics. We'll do a couple of programs. We'll run it here on the system, and then I'll teach you about what kind of data types and variables are available in Python, and what kind of things are there. This today's session would be a glimpse of our first session that will be started on Thursday, and how detailed explanations are going to be there. You can watch our earlier sessions also. One or two sessions we made it available. We have it in a much more detailed way so that you can actually get the feel of the whatever we are trying to tell you. uh, we will There is the only basic assumption that we want you is your commitment that you want to learn the Python. you know uh, Python has become very popular. I will introduce you why it has become, what are the things, and then we will also discuss about control structures and loops. And in fact, each of them, setting up the environment and introduction to Python will be one session. Data types and variable will be another session. Control structure and loops will be another session. Functions will be the fourth session. That is, this will be the fifth session that we are going to have it in our course. That should cover the entire kind of basics for your Python programming. Beyond that, we will start more, data manipulation, data analytics. Then we will start taking up with our projects. Okay. So there are some couple of questions. Voice is so low. Can you check now? Okay. I think, yeah, our support team will keep on responding it to you as and when it is. So as a process, I will not, we will be giving you all the options to ask your technical questions. If you have anything, please note it down, or you can put it in the chat. Once our, main agenda is over, that is that whatever the planned activity for today, we will take up all the questions related to our course, related to the content that I have presented. Everything will be taken up towards the end of the session. Okay. So quickly, so that everybody gets at least something that to be learned out of today's session. Okay. So what is Python? Basically, Python is a high level interpreted programming language known it's for simplicity and readability. So Python has, if when I show you a syntax of a Python code, you will see that it's more like, a standard English language that you are trying to read. The flow is like that. It's more like an English rather than, it's not into much of syntax complications. All that is not there. Python is a very simple language, and it's easy to read the code wise. So that is why it's a high level language. It's not a basic programming language like a Fortran or any of those. C. C is again a high level language. There are basic language. Those kind of things are not there. Here you are going to write a somewhat similar to English language, and that will be compiled by interpreted by your compiler. That's way it is. It was created way back in 1991, and first released in 1991 by Rosum. Okay. So basically the Python is very popular due to its versatility and use. Versatility in the sense that it can be cross platform, like you can do it on Windows, Linux, and Mac. All the three places you will be able to use it. And Of course, lot of other diverse fields also you will be able to use, like web development you can use. And data science has been very very popular, and most of the recent jobs in the software industry is on data science. And Python has become, actually, if I tell you frankly, it become essential. Any data scientist, if you want to go without Python, Python is very very basic. You need to know the minimum amount of Python. Of course, now if you want to switch any field into any of the, like for example, Informatica or anything, they would always say Python. If you know the like Python, it is preferred. That's one of the job descriptions usually is given, because that is very very popular, especially in data science. And of course, it is very popular in a lot of automations that are happening. And AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and a lot of things are happening with Python. So, very popular companies like Google, NASA, Instagram, Spotify use their core language as Python, and some of them have migrated into Python. Like they're hard. Initially, they might have started with some other basic language. Now they might have been already migrated to Python. That cross-platform compatibility is also offered by Python. Like you can import your existing old codes written in some other language, C, or those, you can directly incorporate as it is those functionalities into Python. So that is the power of Python. That is why it has been able to capture um, lot of market segment. Programming languages in data science platforms, if you see, Python has a very significant market share, compared to any of the other, all of them are on one side, and Python has a very significant market size, and it keeps on going growing day by day. One of the popular things is its openness. Basically, it's a open source that anybody, all the codes that are usually written in Python are made available for everybody else. So that makes it's much more popular, and being easy language, anybody can learn and proceed. And thanks to ChatGPT, now your code generation also is very very much easier, not as difficult as earlier days. You need to remember the syntax. If you are facing a problem, then your troubleshooting is also an issue. But that kind of issues are no more there, but it's more about the exact task delivery is the one which is critical as of now. So that is what we are going to cover in this course. Okay. So yeah, so quickly, uh, I hope you have been able to follow up. And what about libraries? Okay, Umesh, I will take up these questions. Yeah, one of the quick announcement is that you please do share your name and WhatsApp number, so that we can add you to our Python for AI project group, so that you can get okay. uh, okay, we would request that you can share it with our host, so that everybody, you need not be putting it up for everybody, your number. Okay, that's okay. Either of the ways, if you're okay, comfortable, you can put it there, or you can also do it for host sharing. You can send it to host, and they will record all your numbers and put it in appropriately, whatever is will add you to that particular group. Okay, so this uh, are you able to follow as of now why Python? I want you to be alert, and I also should get the feeling that, can somebody press type and you're able to see that, have you been able to follow it up? Why Python has become popular? Python has become basically popular because of its simplicity, and a lot of libraries, that public libraries that have come in. People build up their own library. For example, if I'm writing my own code or something, I can make that into a library and make it available for everybody to use. Okay, that kind of option is there. That is also we are going to cover it as a part of this course. We will help you to how you can use other people's library, and you can make your own programming into a library so that other peoples can use. It's your choice. If you don't want to have your programs to be publicly available, you don't need to publish. But if you want that code to be used, then you can publish that code, so that a lot of people also get job opportunities by publishing their own projects. They have written a code, somebody goes through and they keep on getting the offers that you have written a nice code, are you be interested in joining our company, like that. They keep on getting that kind of offers also, with a lot of we will be covering those kind of website in our course, like where and all you can post in, what kind of data resources are available in terms of those things. Okay. So for quickly, how we are going to set up the environment for Python, this is in the to by going through today's session, you should be able to start off with your Python, right? So you should be able to run the basic codes and things like that. And if you want more, hand holding and some level of, proper instructions, how a project can be done, please feel free to join our course. In fact, that would be, I'll just quickly take you through that before starting off this side of the part. Okay. Uh, we have this thing. Okay, just put it there. So this is a course will be for 1 month, which is around 30 plus hours of interaction that we are going to have. I'm going to take these sessions every day from Tuesday, uh, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 4 days a week. And it's from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. The course fee we are offering is around 5K. The market value is somewhere around 10K kind of, that is the usual charges that people are charging for this kind of course. But yeah, we are offering that at 5,000K. Mm, that is the Raj Informatica has been doing that, providing the valuable services for the end users. No? So you will be, as a part of this course, we'll be doing two real-time, end-to-end projects. It will start with the, data sets and, data cleaning, data pre-processing, then, data analytics, some amount of visualizations, then finally some analysis and conclusions. All that will be part of two projects we'll be doing from end to end. Okay, those two projects will be selected out of 6 topics that will be shared with the participants, whoever is getting enrolled. Whatever the choice that they're going to make, we are going to have those two projects. So we're going to start the batch on 12th of September, that is this coming Saturday, Thursday. So we are going to start the second batch, and you can contact our WhatsApp, and these are the numbers. Just will put, for registration, you can call these numbers. Okay, you can contact these numbers, and for the enrollment, you can just pay with Google Pay and Phone Pay for this particular number. And we are also, as a part of people who are registering for this course, there is a, complimentary Oracle SQL. So some of you might have this doubt that, okay, I don't know anything about data, I don't even understand what is data, how it is being, done, what is database. I'm now coming into data science. How will I understand all this? Raj has created a very good 15 plus hours of videos where you can learn about all the basics of this database. It starts with basically what is data, and basically what is a database, how to use this database. All these are made it into very basic level explanations are given, so that anybody would be able to understand that. And once you have gone through this 15 hours of recorded videos, you will be able to understand most of the database, how Oracle SQL database, how the actual exchange of information, or basics of the whole database management is available there, so that you can uh, so, you will be feeling more confident about after going through this 15 hours. Okay, I understand now at least what is database and how the data is being, produced, all that, So that kind of, videos are for 15 plus hours videos are made available for you as a complimentary whoever is enrolling into this course. Okay, that will be really helpful for people who want to come into the segment of data sciences and in general software industry. So we'll continue from here. So basically, for Python programming, you will be requiring two of the basic things. One is the Python itself, that is, you can use it, and you have to install Python, and then you also need to install something called integrated development environment, where you can run your Python programs, right? So there are two popular Python environments that people usually use. There are a lot of them, but yeah, these are the two very popular environments that people use. One is the Anaconda, second one is the PyCharm. Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Maybe in the course I will try to explain there, but as of now, you understand this much, that Anaconda is basically very popular for quick development and a small bits of code that you want to execute. Okay, you write a small lines of code, try to execute block by block and try to figure out what is happening. It's much more interactive in that sense. PyCharm, you can write a bigger program, and you can debug. It's a line by line code execution. You can do that. If you are a full stack developer, most likely that you would be required to use PyCharm. But most of the small and quick projects that you want to do, Anaconda should be okay. You know. So inside Anaconda is a basically an environment in which a lot of things are put together. It's a integrated development environment. Like it also has R. Lot of other tools are also available. Lot of inbuilt libraries are coming in along with this, and that is why it becomes much more easy to use. Yeah. Okay. It becomes much more easy for you to use these kind of lot of inbuilt libraries that are available can be used with Anaconda. So you will be required to install two of the things, that is Python and the integrated development environment. Both of them are part of your Anaconda. So just you click on you install the Anaconda. I'll just show it to you. Where and all. Okay, if I'm in full screen, I don't think so you will be able to see the other parts of it. So I'm just exiting my full screen. I'll just show it to you. Just you go and search on any of your browsers. It could be your Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or any of them. Just go there and search for Anaconda. Okay. Not now. I would request that all of you just see the screen, so that you can, if you want, you can quickly note it down in your notebook. And of course, this presentation and this recordings will be made available for you. You can follow the step by step once the session is over, so that you can install your Anaconda and you'll be able to use successfully. Okay. And I'll just quickly paste the link so that you can download it from there. Just take down this so that it will be available. So just you click on download. Based on your internet speed, it will start downloading wherever it is. I already have the downloads available, so I will not be re-downloading it. Just you download it on your PC. Okay, once you have downloaded, just I will run my downloads. Where is Anaconda, right? Okay. Okay, it comes like this. Just you run this application. It's approximately around 1 GB. It'll continue and quickly go through all the. So this is how the sessions also go on, like each and every stage we will help you how quickly you can go through the parts. Just follow all the default settings, it should be okay. And you install it, it will say install. And if I start installing, since already my PC has, I will not be installing. Once it completes the installation, it will ask for do you want to launch your Anaconda Navigator by default. You say yes. Then Anaconda Navigator. So this is the Anaconda Navigator. By at the end of installation, by default, if you select and if you launch, it will open up Anaconda Navigator. Just my system is starting. Anaconda Navigator. It is saying, can you see this green circle? This is the Anaconda symbol, and it is trying to load now on my machine, that Navigator. So, this is the basic interface on which you can have all the features of Anaconda. Okay, whatever the things that are there, you can go through them. As soon as it opens up like this. Okay, there are a lot of inbuilt libraries, etc. But we will be for Python, we'll be using something called Jupyter Notebook. Okay, this is the Jupyter Notebook, which you can launch here. Okay, as soon as you say launch, it will open up uh, something onto one of your browsers. Okay, whichever is your default browser, it will get opened up. Okay, so this is the notebook on which you can write your Python program. So as soon as you installed your Anaconda, it installed your Jupyter, your Python, as well as your Jupyter notebook where you are going to write your Python program. So both of them have been installed onto your PC. Along with that, there are other tools which are available. Like for example, RStudio is also available inside this. There are other tools and a lot of things you can do. Oracle data science service, cloud structures. So there are a lot of inbuilt, even PyCharm for that matter is available here for you to use. This is more like a lot of tools together, put it into one package. That is what is Anaconda. Okay, so now once for running any Python program, what is required? Try to install the Python and a user interface where you are going to write your Python program. So in this case, Jupyter is the one which you are going to write your Python program. So Python has been installed. That is what is compiler part. In the backend, you will not be seeing. So as soon as I say Jupyter, click here Python 3, it will open up a new something called notebook. Okay, this is Jupyter notebook, and this is a Python notebook IP kernel which is available for you to run a quick command. I will just again say this. You have to go there, click new, and use Python 3 kernel. Okay, that is what it makes. You can create a different like text files, terminals, folders also. These are also possible. We will learn more about them during our project, our course, whoever is getting enrolled. As of now, just you have to if you want to quickly run a Python program, you have to say Python 3 IP kernel. Once you click on that, it will be opening sessions like this, a small notebook. You can save it with whatever the name you want. In this case, I would say demo class. Okay. 2024 September 08. Okay, something like that. Because I would say 09. Okay, this is usually I follow syntax like this. Okay, year followed by month followed by date. Okay, just this is for my own convention. However, I want to follow, you can do 080924. For me, this way it is much simpler. So I always follow first year, month, and date. Okay, so your system is ready to execute any line of code. So what is the line of code that we are going to have? is a you can run your programs with the help of simple lines of code. Okay, this is a Jupyter notebook. Maybe I'll quickly again summarize so that you can understand how we are executing the Python code before starting. So for running any Python program, you would be require something called two of the things. One is Python itself and integrated development environment where you are going to write your Python program. So we are going to use something called Anaconda, and you go to Anaconda website, download it and install. I have already shared the link. Once you have installed, you are going to launch something called Anaconda Navigator. Once it has launched, you have to run Jupyter Notebook. Okay, once you run the Jupyter Notebook, it will open up some web page, on your browser, something like this, Jupyter. Okay, it is on your browser. Whatever is your default browser, it could be Microsoft Edge or my Internet Explorer, Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. Any of the browsers that you use, it will open up there. Then you have to click some here new on Python notebook. It will open up the notebook. You can rename them and you can see my file has got renamed to demo class. That's what I have renamed them. And your system is ready for programming. Okay, this is the first part of it. Once you have made your system ready, then what are we going to do? Of course, you get ready for the magic of Python programming. It's much simpler, much easier to execute the program. Okay, in programming language, we always have something called the first program that we run is usually you want to say hello world. That is where your program is able to successfully run. So this is always conventionally the first program most of people coming in program starts writing, right? So we also do the same. So I can say print is a command in which whatever you want the user to be seeing the output. Okay, once you run this command, you will see what is it going to be. Okay, just you say hello world. Okay, I'll just run this. You got whatever you wanted to print as the output. So whatever is the output is there, you will just see below this code block. So there are two parts. That is, this is the code block. As soon as I write the code and I say run here, this is the run the cell. It will run this command. Whatever it is supposed to do, it will do. Like for example, I can copy it and paste it just below, and I will say my name. Instead of hello world, I will say hello Sudheendra. Okay, let me run this. There are two ways to run. There is also a keyboard shortcut. When you want to quickly run this part of code, just you have to press Shift Enter. That is also okay. Or you can do this also. You also remember that there is a number of increments that is happening when it has run. This has a first line of code. This was 1. When it has run for the second, this is 2. I'll be running this. Let's say hello Sudheendra. I'll just add an exclamation mark and just run it from here. You see, now my line of execution has become 3 and that exclamation mark has come. Whatever was there earlier has gone. Hello Sudheendra was there. Now hello Sudheendra along with the exclamation mark has come. Okay. So if you are able to run up to here, so your Jupyter Notebook, Anaconda, your Python, all the installations are successfully functioning. Okay, that is what that means. You will be able to do all that. Okay. um just quickly I'll go through the next part of it. This is the first program that we have run. So in Python, of course, this will be one full session that I will be taking about different data types, how you can do various operations in terms of strings, etc. But this is just a glimpse of what kind of things that you will be able to do with the Python, right? So Python has majorly, any programming language will be requiring three kinds of variables. One is This is the integers. What do I mean by integers? Which does not have decimal value. Okay. It's not like, it could be used for the number of participants who have joined the session. Okay. Right now it is participants are 26 in our thing. This can't be like 26.1, right? That's what is basically an integer. These are discrete numbers. Y is equals to 3.14, which is something similar to pi. This is a decimal value. It has 3.14. It could be like, the amount money that bank charges you for a transaction could be like 10.2 rupees, 10.25, right? Those are the decimal values. There is a number followed by a decimal, and then there are certain integers which we call it in a programmatically float. Okay. Then there is something called the names. These are strings, which could be like, for example, Sudheendra. Okay. These are the three basic kinds of variables that are available in the Python by default. And there is one more thing which is available, is also called Boolean. What is this Boolean? Some of the places we will be required to say whether it is true or false, yes or no. That's what we use usually. Boolean is equals to true. Okay. So you can see that there are different colors that are coming in with the text. So that and all will teach you in the part of course, how to differentiate between, why am I using single quote here? Why am I not using a quote here? That requires little more timing and, understanding, so that we will be covering it in the course. But as of now, just you understand this much. Uh, Python understands based on the input that you are giving. Like for example, this 10 it has given, it is going to create, this is dynamic casting, type casting that we call. X is an integer, y is a float, name is a string. So what is a string? String is a continuous sequence of characters. It could be S, U, D, H, all these characters are sequentially kept. That is what is string. And of course, there is a fourth variable called, booleans. These are like, um, where you want to say true or false. It's only two values that it can take, yes or no. Boolean has a value of true or false. Any other variable, this will be required for, especially control structures. That's what will be required, right? So how we are going to do, like, I can run this part of the code. I quickly run this part of the code. All the variables have created. Now I want to add a x and y. Okay, I will just say x plus y. I can run this. It gives me the output. Of course, you also have seen print x plus y, right? This is the other way that you can print with your program, right? This is also giving you the same output. Okay. So you just, you created a variable called x, which has a value of 10, y, a variable called, 3.14. I used my program to execute these two. It is very trivial program. It's simply I'm adding x plus y, but it will be required in your programs based on your need, right? It might be like you might be, oh sorry, instead of taking them in, I have removed my sharing. Okay. There are these are very small things that at this stage you might be feeling that, okay, why do I need this program? When you are trying to write a code, how do I add this x plus y? How do I print out on the screen? These are very much basic things that you will be required to learn, so that when you are executing your own code, that time you will be able to execute that part of the code. Okay. Let me see where it is. Okay. Okay. So that is how you can execute this small lines of code. And I will take you to subsequent things. So you can also do string manipulations. Like for example, I have created my name here. I would say greetings is equals to hello, hello with a space plus name, right? and I want to print greetings, right? I can run this. My variable is there, greetings. Okay, there is, okay, here I have typed correct wrongly, right? Greetings. I'll run this now. Let me see. Yeah, hello Sudheendra. So if you want to add comma, you can add comma, right? This is the way. Then the next part is, can I change the name here? Yes, I can change the name. Let's say Raj Cloud Technologies. Okay, I'll just use this again. I'll run this part of the code. Name, I have renamed it into different thing. I can write this. I'll execute. Now you see hello Raj Cloud Technologies have come because I have changed the name value to be Raj Cloud Technologies. That is how you can write a simple, codes where you can modify these kind of things. Okay. Then the next important part that any programmer would be required to do is conditional statements. This is called control structures, where based on a particular condition, you want to say something. For example, I would say, age is equals to, I would say 20, and if age is greater than 18. This is like, you might be writing a program for somebody, maybe for some government, you are trying to write a code and you want to say whether that person is eligible for voting or not, right? I would say if age is greater than 18, I would say he is eligible to vote. Okay. Or the second thing is, if it is not the case, then what should it be written? I would say these are, it becomes very trivial once we start using the chat gpt, which I will show it in today's session itself, how you can use chat gpt and generate quick codes with the help of this. At what place to write exactly, what is the spacing, why there is a space in between, all this is part of our course, where I would be explaining each and every part with much more detail. In a session of 1 to 1.5 hours, it will not be possible to cover all the things. So I will be covering only basics parts, so that at least you get a feeling of, you can start executing your Python codes. Of course, if you want more hand holding, you can join our training course. Okay, this is, okay, this is like this. I will run this. Okay, it will say he is eligible to vote. Okay, I will say maybe age is 16. I'll change the variable. I'll rerun this code. You cannot vote. Okay, so that is how you can write a conditional statement. Based on a particular variable value, you can do certain number of actions. It could be like, like this, printing he is eligible to vote or not. It might be the case that if, some of the money is coming in, like for example, a bank is there, which is, now government of India's norm is there, that if you deposit more than 50,000 rupees in a cash, PAN number is required to be entered. Okay, that's where you can say if the amount of deposit is greater than, let's say, 50,000 rupees, you can pop up a message saying that, you please enter the PAN number of the depositor, so that the bank employee can take that kind of information from the concerned person, get it written and do that. That is what is some level of automation that is happening. You can have it in the form itself, but if it doesn't write, then also the employee is not going to make that mistake, by not entering the PAN card, because that's a regulatory requirement, right? Those are the things that you will be able to do. Okay, so that is what is control structure. And the next thing is the loops. In the as a part of control structures, there is also something called loops. You can do the same task repetitively. Like for example, if any of you are aware of a programming language, for and while loops are the common loops. For I in range of 5, I can say Okay, I have to put the colon after this syntax. Okay, print I. Okay, so this will keep on execute the print I command by I incrementing like one up to 5. Just will print it and see what is the output. It prints like, I starts with 0. I can also say, I'll just copy paste, okay, at the bottom, and I can say in the range of 1 to 5, and I can run this. It will also print. It will started with 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 4. It has printed. 5 it is not going to print. Okay, all these basically why it is not printing, etc. We will be able to learn only when we spend sufficient amount of time, which we are going to cover it in the part of course. Okay, so you also have something called while loop. You can write a quick program that prints first 10 Fibonacci numbers. You can try to do that with the while loop. It will be much easier for you. You can figure out that it is possible. Okay. Then something called functions are possible, like the same one which we have written here, hello greeting name. You can create a simple function, you know uh, that creates your name to be appended whenever a new name is being given. Like for example here, I'll just quickly say def. Def is a keyword that will be used for creating the function. Okay, greet, I would say name is the variable which I would be getting in. What is this function should be doing? It should do, I would say there is something called return. What should it return? It should return hello, comma, right? Plus, this is a string variable. That is the same thing that I have done it here, right? Just put name, right? This is the way it is. Now I'll say it is returning whatever the name that I'm calling, it is going to prefix with hello in the front and return it. Now what I will say, print, okay, greet, okay. Inside that, I would say maybe, Sudheendra, or maybe, KS Rao, so that, you get the feeling that I'm not doing the same thing from the old one, right? I'm generating a new line of code. I'll just say print greet. There is a spelling mistake. If you make a mistake, it will not work, because whatever the function that you have defined, both of them have to match. Then only it will go there, right? Just run this. Hello case route. Now I have defined my function. If I want to use it, I'll just say print greet. Inside that function, I will say, maybe KSR, just in abbreviated form. I'll run this. See, my function is there. Instead of adding always this kind of characters, I have created a kind of function there. Okay, that's the way that we are going to use the functions. So now, if I want to create a function that calculates the factorial of a number, how am I going to do? I have to think what is a factorial, all that, right? But thanks to ChatGPT, you will not be requiring that much complication, right? I'll just go. We will also help you in terms of how, what are the details about ChatGPT, maybe in the course. But here, just you have to create a simple account. You log in with the your Google account. It will be able to have your login. I'll say I want, this is like one-to-one interaction. It's an artificial intelligence. It will be able to generate based on whatever you require. I want Python code help. Okay, I'll just say this much. Okay, it said ki what specific help do you need for your Python code. Okay, this chat GPT is a free version. I'm not using any paid version. You can use it. Okay, I want to write a program for factorial of a number. Okay, I want to write a program for factorial of a number. Can you help? So there is something called prompt engineering. That is what, based on what exactly you want, you can say to the, exactly. If I say only Python program, it doesn't understand, right? You have to put in what is the exact, lines of code you need to put in into ChatGPT to get exact the information that you want. That is called prompt engineering. And there are a lot of courses that are running. We will be covering some basics of that, what kind of appropriate words you need to use. See, the basic idea is that you have to tell exactly what you want. There is some intelligence that has to be used, that you have to give in exact keywords. Like for example, if I want a program for factorial number, I can use this much. Then your program might not be able to fully understand, right? You have to say with more little more details, like talking to a person. That is what is, appropriately it will understand. Okay. So you can give an appropriate input. It will generate different outputs. Okay. So it will give you kind of different options, how it is going to recursive. There are different methods that are possible. It will tell you, these are the functions that are there. You can create, enter your number. Just I will copy this code. Okay. I'll just put it into my Python and, just run it here. As soon as I run, it will ask, enter a number. I will say, let's say 5. This is the, input. It generated the whole code. I have not done anything. I have just copied, pasted from there. Now I'll press this. It has calculated this code and it has printed the output. Factorial of 5 is 120. If you don't understand what is factorial, please search um, on the internet, or you can also start GPT also. What is factorial? Okay, it will explain you. Okay, so mathematically it is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. It will like, for example, factorial of 5, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 120. Okay, 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1, which is 6. It starts by definition for 0, it is 0 factorial is 1. This is used, there are a lot of things in probability, mathematics, this is commonly used. So it also gives you that kind of insight. So we are going to cover to some extent this chat GPT also, that how you can use this basically for your programming, you're solving your projects. Now, one of the key features of Python is these libraries. There are a lot of inbuilt libraries like pandas, which are extensively used for data manipulation and analysis. You can use those libraries with a just single line of code. Just import pandas as PD, and for plotting, it's much easier. You have something called matplotlib inside. There is a library you can install. In that, just you have to add one line of code: import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. We will be making all these as a part of how to import library, how to install, if that library is not there. This libraries itself is one particular session I'll be taking, how you can use a third party libraries. And in the next session, I'll be also, in the course, I will be taking about how you can create your own library. Whatever the programs that you are developing, how you can use that in a subsequent programs, etc. That's the whole course structure that we have designed. And in fact, I will show you the course structure also. You can use with a simple 3 4 lines of code, you will be able to plot you will be able to generate an appropriate plot, structured, um, that is why it has been able to be very popular for data science, web development, and automation, and lot of places it is getting used because of these lot of inbuilt and pre-built libraries that are made available for you. Libraries in terms of functions and modules. It saves enormous amount of time and effort for developing those work. And of course, I always keep on telling, uh, as the technology advances, we should increase our efforts in creating a new thing rather than what has been already invented earlier, right? So that's what we call it in a, physics, we call reinventing wheel again and again, right? So once the wheel has been invented, we should start developing on, developing a cycle, then motorcycle, then car. We should be keep on progressing. We should not be getting stuck to, okay, somebody else has created, I will also create a wheel. Okay, there are improvements, like for the wheel itself there are a lot of improvements, but yeah, it's, we should not be getting stuck that somebody else has developed. Why can't we use it and use it for further progress? Okay, that's the whole structure that we have designed the course for. And quickly I will try to take you through the course structure that we had designed. Okay, so, these are the key features. We are going to have two hands-on projects that we are going to do. We will also have some, AI and, introduction to AI, artificial intelligence, and some domain-specific applications. It could be like e-commerce, it could be like algorithmic trading, Some of those things also will be covering. And we will have a, full Python fundamentals, data manipulations, visualization, and project development with this 30 hours of guided instruction. Okay, we are going to have recorded sessions made available for you. You can use it, and as and when, some of you might be facing little difficulty, and though we are ready to provide one-to-one help, but still, recorded sessions will always be helpful for you to go through at your own pace. And whenever you find time, you'll be able to always go through. We'll also be offering a personalized support, so that, whoever is facing some problem, they can always contact us and do. We will also, help you in building your own couple of projects based on this. And you have to put in the effort. Then finding a job would not be that difficult, though we are not going to anywhere either commit or, you are going to get a job. But yeah, we will help you in all the ways that, you, whatever the teaching that you are going to gain, you can build your own project and post it at a appropriate avenues, so that, where there is a prospects of your career will increase substantially. you know but of course, there are specifically, more job-oriented courses that are available with us also. That is Raj Informatica, Raj Cloud Technologies. You can register for them. So basically, who and all can enroll for this? Beginner looking to, learn the Python programming from the scratch, who doesn't know anything about Python. And professionals seeking their some introduction to Python and AI skills, so that they can apply into real world projects. And individual interested in data analysis, software development, some automation like algorithmic trading, and various domains you can use it. You'll be having the course to be structured like this. We'll have first session to be introduction Python. So some of the topics here we have covered will be in much more detail. We are going to cover there. And then we'll be talking of basic data types and variables in the next session, followed by control structures, that is if, else if, and else statements, how deeperly you can use with lot more examples and, lot more hand holding there. And you will also learn about loops, for loop, while loop, when to use, wonder what conditions you should, which loop, all that conditions will be explained, so that you get more confidence there. And there are something called, break and continue statements that also will talk about them in, uh, with much more deeper, how you can use them at what stage, etc. Then we'll be talking of functions and modules. Then working with data, what are the Python has inbuilt three separate type of things. 3 blocks. 11 is list, dictionaries, tuples, and sets. These are the four major data types that are inbuilt for Python. You can use them. how to use them. We are going to cover it in session 5, and then we'll start off with a project. In that project, what are the topics? I will introduce all the 5 projects, that 6 topics that are there. I will give full examples, relevant where and all, what are the kinds of tools that will be used in each project, etc. Then there is something called API, uh, application programming interface, which is being extensively used as on today for data exchange between different multiple programs. We'll be talking about that, how you can set up and etc. And we'll also learn about fetching the API with data with the API. Like we talk of source, like weather open, so open weather information. There are websites which are providing that, how to use that information in your program, what are the ways in which there are other APIs which are paid APIs are also possible. And there are customized APIs, like Angel API. There are different APIs. We'll be talking about all of them, how you can use and fetch the data. And then we will be introducing about relevant libraries, like each and every library, pandas, matplotlib, and how you can use them. We'll also introduce about basics of AI. This will be covering only basics, that what is AI and how machine learning neural networks actually are being used in the domain. And this will be just 1 hour session of AI, and this will not be covering much deeper, as much as required for you to understand how you can use that for your benefit, including generative AI, etc. I will be covering that topic as a brief topic. Okay. Then we will, for any project, we'll be talking of data pre-processing, and how you can visualize the data for basic understanding. And then we'll get into project, what are the basic prompt engineering, how you can use it appropriately for generating your code, and some testing and debugging. This part is basically dynamic, from 10th session onwards. Like for current batch, I had based on their request, I had taken first project and executed all these things separately, line by line, and completed the first project and the second project. Based on the, the course gets modified based on the participants, but all these topics will be definitely covered. And we'll also be talking of how we can use effectively chat GPT for our programming, and so that your coding process becomes efficient, and much simpler for you to develop your own projects. And of course, if there are bugs, how do you test your project, all that we'll be learning about. Some level of documentation tips, etc. will also be there. So we'll be basically covering 6 project topics. And it all depends on you. If you want any specific topic, the registered participant, we can take up that topic also. These are the 6 popular segments, where a lot of people ask for their projects to be done. So that is why I have taken up these 6 projects. One is the healthcare, warehouse management, e-commerce, sales analysis dashboard, education, like student performance analysis, personal budgeting tool in finance, algorithmic trading for 50 MS strategy. These are the 6 projects based on the popularity I had put in these, but that's not a bottleneck. And of course, user preference polls will be conducted after enrolling into the course. We will be offering, after our first 5 sessions, I will give you the list. You can make a choice, and then, based on the choice, top 2 projects will be picked up and will be executed there. So that is the overall details about the project. So I would quickly, I think I am almost through about my PPT. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. This is my PPT. Yeah. Okay. So I think, in a conclusion, we did try to cover the basics of Python. So about the full course, we are going to have a comprehensive covering. I have shown you all the topics that we are going to cover. and we are going to do hands-on projects in various domains, those 6 domains that I have taken up. And we are going to offer you personalized support, and you will be provided with the all the resources in terms of live recording and the notebooks, etc. You will be able to do the projects successfully. What will you learn by the end of this course? Writing a Python scripts, understanding the basic syntax, and how to create different functions, different modules, and how you can use it for your bigger projects, etc. Right? And fetching and processing data using APIs like weather, open weather API or upstocks. These are the for exchanging the uh, your stock information, etc. And some amount of data analytics uh, with the pandas, visualizations with matplotlib, and 2 complete projects from the scratch. I will be able to help you in terms of one particular code where it is working and the project output is there. I will be also giving you different insights where you can put in and make your own completely independent project. Okay, that is the kind of inputs that I would be giving after completing these 2 projects. Now you can apply these Python skills for real world applications. That is what 2 topics that we'll be taking up in that. And we'll be using ChatGPT for prompt engineering, and how to create your projects. So now I would be open for questions. I'll just quickly go through already questions posted, and if required, we'll give you an unmute access as well. Okay, just let me quickly go through any earlier questions that have been posted, so that you can see what is the question that people have posted. Jump to latest. Okay, what happened? Okay, if there are any messages, I will try to go through it. People have joined and left, so I think their network connections might be poor. Yeah, so this has been offered. Can you check it now? Okay. What about libraries? Umesh Sharma, yes, we would be helping you in both, learning about various inbuilt libraries, how to use them, as well as create your own library, and how you can create your own library for other applications, or publishing also into, like, GitHub and those kind of public websites. You'll be able to upload it. Okay, that kind of thing is also a part of this course. Okay. Okay, this has been done. These are the contact details that have come in. Somebody has asked. Okay, this is my download link that is there. These are the WhatsApp. So if anybody has not given their contact details, please do share. So we'll create a Python related project team. Okay. So as of now, I have not received any questions. Does anybody have any questions? Please do feel free to ask. Hello. Am I connected? Okay, I'm connected. So, is the participants are there? Can somebody confirm me in the message? Am I connected, or have I lost the connection because nobody is responding? Hello, you are connected. Okay, thank you, Subramani. Yeah, thank you. Uh, yeah, please, you are free to ask your questions. It could be anything, either related to course or Python or anything as such. I would be able to take up those questions. It's muted. I'm surprised. It's muted. I want to generate an API for the trading, and I want to integrate it with my trading account. Is that possible? Yes. I have actually, in fact, written a couple of, my clients, their own logic. I have incorporated that into my whatever their requirements are, and it was approximately, I think, 5,000 6,000 lines of code I have written, and yeah, it's of course charged, because everybody spending their time, it's yeah. Can't we will be providing all the recorded sessions? Yes. If you are enrolling for the course, yes, you will be provided with all the recording sessions. What jobs are eligible in based on this skill? See, Sudhakar, this course is more towards learning rather than a specific job-oriented course. Because Python has become so basic that everybody is asking for the Python to be, whether you know the Python or not. This course we have not specifically designed one for particular course. Like for example, full stack developer course is available for Python, and you can see that there, if you want to go into a full stack developer, you can go for that course, get enrolled, and learn all the full stack development, and that will be specifically to that. But this is more of a basic nature, where you want to learn your Python, how to use Python, and what are the codes, basic syntax, at least some projects. And if somebody who is completely fresher, who doesn't know anything about it, you can, by registering, enrolling into this course, you will be given two projects where you can take them to be, if you put in little bit of efforts more, you can demonstrate that you have done two of the projects on Python, and explain what are the features, lot more. We'll also be helping you in kind of some tips and tricks for the project, what are the things that you need to do when you go to finally interviews, etc. So that kind of little bit of help also will be doing. But yeah, it's not a specific job profile related course. Is it possible to adapt in AI avionics fields? Um, yes, why not? Arun, it should be possible. Why not? See, basically, what is this generative AI? ChatGPT that we are using is a generative AI. They have fed in, basically that's a machine learning model where, they have taken all the information that is available on various fields, and everything it has learned. That is, machine has learned that. Based on that, I'm asking and giving it certain questions. Based on whatever it has learned, it will also create in something, new text, based on its understanding of the whole subject. So definitely you should be able to use AI in the avionics fields. Why not? Arun, that is possible. Okay, thank you, Arun. Anybody else? Any other questions? If somebody wants to unmute and ask anything related to the course or in general Python, you can ask me. I would be happy to answer that. As of now, I have not received any queries. Anybody who wants unmute access, we are providing you unmute access. Please feel free to allow participant to unmute themselves. Okay, I have given unmute access. If you want, if
Hi, can you send me the course content and what is the fee structure and everything?
yeah, sure. I think just a minute, I will show it to you. It's already we have made it available, Raj Informatica, on this website. If you go for our Python course, this is the course. It is having all the full details. I will share this link on the chat. Uh, Yeah, thank you. We'll continue. So, any quick questions that you people have? You can download the course content that is available there. All the our website, has full course details. Just I will quickly, share my screen. Share. Okay. This is the course content that I was talking of. Okay. I had lost my connection. Just a minute. Yeah. So it has all these, full details about the course. What are the things that we are covering in the topic? And some customization will be done based on, users' demand. They want whatever the thing that is possible. Yeah, if we can accommodate in the course, we will do that customization. Yeah, you can ask anybody else who has queries. Can quickly ask. Okay. Any other questions? Please unmute yourself and please speak, or else if everybody is done with their questions, we'll just end the meeting. Mhm. Can you please confirm? Okay, I think, yeah. Can you please confirm in the chat everything is good? You are able to understand all the things? Anybody who has any doubts, please feel free to ask. You can unmute yourself and hello. Okay, you can unmute yourself and speak if anybody has any doubts. Okay, I don't see any questions left. If you please do contact our support number if you want any help or taking the decision. So we are going to have the fresh batch starting on 12th of September, and you can you can contact our support numbers where they will help you in getting enrolled into this course. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining the session. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.